The Board of Public Works and Safety meeting, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call, please, Carol.
Mayor Sheets,
Present.
Greg Miller,
Present.
Jim Skinner,
Present.
Okay, next we have the minutes from the December 9th, 2024 regular meeting.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of December 9th, 2024.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets,
Aye.
Greg Miller,
Aye.
Jim Skinner,
Aye.
Okay, next we have the claims for approval. I think they're all right there for us. Last ones of the year.
Okay. Mayor, I will make a motion that we approve the claims as presented.
I will second the motion.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets,
Aye.
Greg Miller,
Aye.
Jim Skinner.
Aye.
Okay, were there any public comments out there? Does anybody have, nothing? Okay, thank you. Okay, department reports. We're going to go ahead and start with the fire department. Chief Stedham.
All right, good evening, everybody. So tonight, I wanted to bring to you a promotion for EMS Division Captain. I'm going to get your approval for it. Just a little bit about Logan Adams. He's been with EMS since 2020. He's a huge asset to our department when it comes to EMS. He has a great bond with EMS currently still. I think he still works part-time with them some, so he's got a good relationship with them. With the new promotion of Russell Sheets, we decided that his plate's going to be kind of full, so we wanted to make sure we do another promotion for EMS Division Captain. So I'd like to get the board's approval to promote Logan Adams to EMS Division Captain.
I'll make the motion that we will accept or approve the promotion of Logan Adams to EMS Division Captain as presented by Chief Stenham.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets,
Aye.
Greg Miller,
Aye.
Jim Skinner.
Aye.
Okay, you have the approval.
Very good.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. So at this time, we're going to go ahead and,
And swearing in.
yes, okay. Oh, okay.
You don't want my head just floating there.
I can. You got it? Okay.
Okay. Okay. I, Logan Adams. United States of America. Congratulations. Thank you. Are you sure? Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you. Congratulations. I'm excited for you.
See you guys.
See ya. Bye. See ya.
Good, how are you?
Somebody has to take care of me. I'm trying to make it.
You're doing a good job.
Police Department, Chief Shoemaker.
Greetings.
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 Aye.
I think we have a couple items. I didn't bring an agenda, so I don't know what's first.
Approval of the job description for the maintenance mechanic.
Okay,
That, you know what that.
yeah, this, with the addition of the part-time maintenance individual, having Brian oversee this person, I think we're changing the job to include supervision of that position as well as the buildings and vehicles for the city of Frankfort.
Yeah, it says supervises part-time Old Stony maintenance position. That's one of the things that we added to
I think
that.
that was the only change.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we need to,
So I would need you guys to approve that, for Brian, as so on January 6th, when the new part-timer starts, that he is responsible for that individual.
Is this the copy of it right here?
let me see.
It should say maintenance mechanic.
And it should have yellow
It
highlighted.
should have a yellow highlight.
Just the date on the top says effective 24.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know if that makes.
We need to get,
Oh, that should be 2025.
yeah, thank you for catching that. I think, Alicia, if they pass it with that change noted, we can just change it.
Yes, just put it in the motion that you approve it as amended.
Thank you, Jim.
Do look at what you give me.
I don't.
Okay, do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve this job description for this additional person, and I think it's a much-needed role within the city.
Yeah, this is a current, this is for
This is for Brian Pollard,
Brian that we
yes.
currently have, that he's
Okay.
just going to supervise that new position.
Okay,
So,
gotcha.
yeah,
All right.
And as amended, correct?
As
amended.
Yes, as amended.
got it.
I'll second that as amended.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Jim Skinner.
Okay, then now we have the new hire.
Yeah, and with that, over the last, this has been discussed since, I think, October, when the budget was passed, to add the part-time maintenance to the city's budget, and looking for somebody, again, like with Brian's expertise and experience, I'd asked the board to hire Terry Ritchie. Terry is, again, another person that will need no training. I think he'll need a key fob and the keys to the buildings, and will be a large asset for us as a city to have both Brian and Terry and their experience with commercial buildings, police vehicles, fire, emergency vehicles and whatnot. So I'd ask that, and he has passed all backgrounds and through human resources, so I'd ask that you would approve the hiring of Terry Ritchie, part-time, beginning January 6th, and I believe at 20 hours a week, or is that something to
20
be?
hours a week.
For now.
Which I think I'm going to ask for an amendment to the salary ordinance and make it $19 an hour. Currently, we have it as a biweekly salary, but I'm not going to, change that amount. I just think it needs to be as a hourly rate. So that, I'm hoping will get passed on the 13th.
I think it'd be beneficial if he's, he's not going to, 52 weeks a year, he's going to take vacation, he's retired. And so there'd be some weeks that he would not be paid, that if we would need him to work on other projects the week prior or the week after, at higher than 20 hours, would still in the end benefit all of us, for him to do that. And just like today, Brian's on vacation and Brian had to come in, I think twice now this week.
Yeah.
I think once for Old Stony and once for me today. And this would be great to have a person, that could do that. And if it goes over hours, we could, back them off a little bit for a week, that kind of thing.
I'll make a motion that we take the recommendation of Chief Shoemaker and let him hire Terry Ritchie as a part-time maintenance position for the city of Frankfurt.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Jim Skinner.
Aye.
Okay, will you notify him or HR, or how do you want to do that?
They have, I think, he's just to the point of approval and then he's ready to start next, January 6th.
Okay, thank you.
And just, I think it was on Facebook, we had a police car kind of catch on a little bit of a mechanical, electrical issue, smoked pretty bad this afternoon. Luckily, the canine car, the officer was off duty. We went over there to put the car was knocked. We had to jump the battery, and when we did that, the door popper that allows the dog to be, able to exit the vehicle pretty fast, that component burnt. So we called the fire department and they helped us. Appreciate the fire department today. So we don't have a car that's, I'm glad it happened while we were working on it. If it happened in the middle of the night, the car would have probably been a total loss. I've never, the metal it was so hot in there, the metal was melting between the door and the component, the electrical component. So we're good there. We've got it at the police station. We're going to take all that out, get it back on the road, thankfully, because of our friends at the fire department. You won't hear me say that much, but I do appreciate,
We're going to make sure it's noted for sure.
note that for the record. And I even called him myself. So, yeah, I needed him. Everybody needs a hero. But yeah, so we're good. We're going to get back on, figure out get with the company and get that fixed, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
In case you saw it on Facebook, Mayor,
I did not. I didn't know it happened.
that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, Street Department, Jason Forsythe.
Good evening, everyone.
Jason,
First thing on the agenda is, I think I emailed you all, and I think you should have a copy of the job description. Thanks to Carol, we did get that date changed before I got it to you, Jim, so it is
did they say
2025.
2025?
I did catch it on that one, but I didn't catch it on the other one.
But this is a new job description in all labor/event specialists or special events. We changed a little bit in here from the original job description, including an ERC for the city of Frankfurt, a second ERC for the city of Frankfurt, which is the most important change. I've been talking to the mayor about it for a little while, and it's always a good thing to have a second one, just in case something would happen to me or something during a large federal project or something, or in the middle of a CCMG grant submission or something. We would need to have someone to come in and take that over so we don't lose our funding or we lose out on it altogether. So that was something we needed to change there. This person's the person that's responsible for parades, for festivals, for, he's our sign guy, a number of different things in the city. We painted a lot of curbing and things like that this year that was in addition to his responsibility. He does have someone that helps him out, but the ERC is the biggest change in here, in my opinion, for what the city will benefit from if we ever need that to occur. So I just wanted to okay this job description through the Board of Works tonight.
Jason, just had one question. Under the essential job functions, it says produces, installs, and maintains signage for city streets. Is this the person that would also maybe take inventory of that or see which ones needed to be replaced or repaired
Yes.
at some time?
Yeah, we are, I don't know if you remember or not, Greg, but I believe you're involved in, we're getting ready to do a new sign grant. So all those will be taken out, put on new post, everything, well, not those in general, city street, or city signs, or street signs, but other signage. But this is the person that would handle all of that.
I'll make them,
Okay, I was just going to say one thing. And there again, we're going to go back to the council on the 13th and ask for a change in the salary ordinance. But first, we felt we needed to get this change first, so.
I'll make a motion that we accept the position title Labor Event Specialist, effective date January 1st, 2025, as presented this evening.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Jim Skinner.
Okay.
Thank you very much for that. The new hire, there's been a lot of changes in the street department here in the last, I don't know, 20 days, I guess. We had originally lost an individual to the sewer department. That individual now wants to return. We lost one to City Light and Power, and we lost another one to the sewer department after we found out they were going to have an opening for the one that I am about to give you today, if that makes any sense.
Transfer
yeah.
back and forth.
Jordan Lanham has worked for me in the past. He's passed, like I said, he's been working for the city since he left me at the sewer department, but would like to bring him back. He is wanting to come back to the street department. So would like to bring him back, and his official start date would be January the 6th, I believe. I think I spoke with Cheryl, and she didn't think we needed to go through the drug process. He went through the hiring process. He submitted his application through the city website. That's all been approved and things like that. And his background check is good. So,
But he said continuous employment.
yeah,
Between
continuous
the city and
employment
the
with the city.
utilities.
Yeah, there's
He's
been
not
no
left employment,
change.
And what will that position,
Just be a general laborer.
okay.
Okay, Mayor, I would make a motion that we take the recommendation of Commissioner Forsyth to hire Jordan Lanham in this position.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Jim Skinner.
Aye.
Okay, you have approval.
And above and beyond that, we have listed another spot available since we've lost two and gained one. So we'll start, I think we're going to start interviews on the 6th. We've got about 10 or 12 applications submitted so far. So we'll do that. But other than that, just a quick couple of department reports. SS4A meeting startup. I'm going to meet with the mayor and Carol, Kimberly, and a couple others to discuss what we have to do. There's some things with this SS4A safety grant that we need to put together that we need to talk about as far as that involves the clerk treasurer's office in a little bit. And then on the 10th, I think it's the 10th, we'll go through the same stuff with Hardick Shaw from American Structure Point, and we'll get the ball rolling on all the application and things like that we have to fill out to start our process, I guess. There's a lot to it. So, but I wanted Carol's office to be there for any kind of reimbursement, things that we have to do. So her and her staff are clued in on what's going on. And then on the same date, I think the 10th, the mayor and I and Kimberly will be sitting down with NDOT and interviewing. I think it's 10:30 on the 10th for the Mash Road 8020 federal project. Once the grant's submitted, then they set up a time for you to interview with them. So I'm going to sit down with Will Lyon and a couple others just to discuss that prior to that, so we're well prepared when that date gets here. So a lot going on. So but we'll get that done, and then we'll wait for our answer at a later date. Usually takes about a month to get that back. So sometime maybe February 1st of March, we should hear back on Mash Road. So that's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you for all your work on these. Okay, building services. Rob, what do you have for us this evening?
Good evening. Just have a couple things to bring tonight. Start with job description for the administrative assistants. We've been working on this for a little while. In their current job descriptions, don't know that I even have that. I wish I did, but there was a clause in there that stated basically anything that Don or myself as department heads would ask them above and beyond what was already printed. And when I come on to take the job, my thought process was to take that job description, that particular area, and actually put duties to it. I have asked for more things from them, from our assistants. Don is asking more things. That's what's in the current job description. So what we did was we basically added, Don and I added what you see that we sent out. We just basically added 4 more items to the bottom of that before it gets into, I believe it's the key components or key something.
Key performance standards.
Yeah, right before that, we've added the 4 things. As far as assisting Don with the sidewalk, the ADA, the state specifications and things like that, record keeping, we have. This one is a big one for me, assisting the senior building inspector in all required commercial and residential inspections requested. That is at my request that they go. To let you know, today we ran the office remotely. Don's on vacation. Grace was on vacation. Miranda and I jumped in the truck this morning at about 9 o'clock. We forwarded the phones to the truck. We have Wi-Fi in the truck now. We took the tablet. We took all of our paperwork. We went and did inspections all day. And as we would answer calls or we would have things come up, Miranda did everything from the truck except print the permits. And we said, we'll be back in the office at 11:30. Come see us. At 11:30, we had a line. We issued permits, and we went on about our day, got back in the truck, and went on and did some more inspections. So we have a lot of capabilities now that we did not have before. Miranda today worked with her on measuring some windows. We've had situations since I've been here. I've dealt with 3 where the homeowner or the landlord, contractor, take your pick, remodeled the homes, put in windows in bedrooms. We're talking these houses were completed on the outside. New siding, new trim, new windows. We're sorry, but you have to take the windows out and replace them because they're not big enough. So we've added that to their job description to where they are training. Somebody comes in and asks for a permit, they will know what questions to ask. Are you replacing windows? Yes, we are. Are they upstairs? Are they downstairs? Are you changing the framework? Because all that plays into the codes. So they are aware of that. We have documentation now to pass out to homeowners, to contractors. They are aware of that. They know the codes. They can tell them the measurements. They can go out and physically measure egress windows on their own now. So we just continually add. 30-day inspections is going to be a big one. That is in the last one. They will be able, well, Miranda can do it right now. I could send Miranda out to take pictures, do a report. We actually have a report that we can fill out on 30-day inspection. She can take the pictures, she can fill out the form, she can bring it to me. I can approve it by looking at the pictures with the information that she's gathered for me. When we get into Meadowbrook, we have 7 permits issued there. We still have Riley going on. We have these gentlemen here that getting ready to start putting up houses. I'm going to be busy doing a lot of home footers, roofing, all these inspections, I'm not going to have a lot of time to go out and mess with a 30-day inspection or to do a lot of this other stuff. So by training them in some of these areas, we'll relieve some of the stuff from Don and I to where we can be more efficient in working with all these contractors and these home builders to get that kind of stuff done. So we're asking that these be put in, added to their job description, and you've seen them. We tried to get them out as soon as we could. If you have any questions about any of that, I can answer them before you vote on it.
I think it's good to cross-train people because you and Don are not always going to be there. If you do take time off, which you're allowed to do, some of this stuff can be taken and you don't have to worry about it when you get back.
I talked to you guys about this, and I've talked extensively to the mayor. My thought process is by training these ladies to do this part of the job, I told you when I come on, 5 to 7 years. I pray to God I make it 5 years, okay? We know that this job doesn't have a good track record from the past. But if I can go 5 years, my thought process is that last year, when I know it's time for me to go out the door, that those girls will be prepared, or those ladies, I should say, will be prepared to take that certification test. And one of those, or both, will share the building inspector's position when I walk out the door. So I'm trying to build for Frankfort's future and not just walk out the door and say, hey, good luck finding another building inspector. I would like to be able to hand you a building inspector or two when I leave. That's my goal.
I'll make a motion that we accept the administrative assistant for building services, which includes the amendments as presented this evening.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Jim Skinner.
Aye.
Okay.
Also you have in front of you another crane day for the Farmers Bank. I hope that you have all taken time to go up there. They have went through some changes as far as project managers. As you can tell as you drive by, they have finally started helping us out quite a bit. It's obvious the sidewalk is no longer blocked. They're not taking up near as many parking spots during the day, and they're about to finish the canopy on the front of the building and open that front entrance back up. So they're asking for another crane day. This is to finish up the HVAC and everything up on the top of the building to get the rest of the old equipment down, put the rest of the new up. Their plan is to do 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. Just like they did before. There was crane issues. We know it went over. But they will control their parking, they will control the traffic, they will do all the things just like they did last time to take care of that. But they're asking for this on the 7th from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m.
So are we pretty confident that things are going to get better in that area, the parking? It looks like to me they've been working on that.
I think
Give us
they've
some
done
more
a lot
parking.
since they have changed project managers.
Yep.
I think that has helped a lot already just by the way things in front of the building look. It sounds like to me that this should be the final time that they use the front of the building because they're ready at the moment. They're close to opening up that front entrance.
That's good.
What are the prospects of, I know during the daytime we have this piece of paper, but I've noticed in the past a lot of the contractors come at night and they take up quite an area out front. Is that something that should subside now? Should
Their second shift, as far as what they were doing on afternoons, Micah, I can never remember his last name. Yeah, I don't remember his last name. Do you? I don't know. But anyway, he was the one that was the crew leader on second shift, and he is now back on day shift. So their second shift stuff has kind of faded out and is coming more to an end.
Okay, I was going to say, because of an evening, there could be 6 or 7 spots taken up there at night after.
Yes, they were, because they were still moving material in and out through the front of the building, and that has subsided. Most of their man lifts and things like that are now in the back of the bank, and that's where they're doing most of their work from, is up over the top, is from the back. So hopefully this will be close to ending the project in the front. I can't promise anything, but this is what they're asking for right now. There's nothing on the books, or we're not saying that this is the final. They're saying this is the next step up, and we may get one a week from now, Greg. You know how that works, so.
I do. Yeah.
But that's what they're asking for right now.
According to your graphic that you've submitted here, is this supposed to mean a signal person on both sides where you've got this designated?
Yes, the last time they did this, and I just went, it happened to be a really lousy day, snowy, rainy. I actually drove my personal truck to work that day and went up and sat in front of Jill Snyder's office on the corner. Sat there and watched them. I called in and said, hey, I'm spying on the bank, on the contractors. I'll be in a little bit.
So these people will be working for the contractor that's
Yes,
doing this?
yes, they take care of their own traffic control. They did a very nice job last time they had the crane in, as far as barricading everything off, keeping 2 lanes of traffic going, and they had traffic control, one on each end of the job site.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'll make a motion that we accept the Farmers Bank construction request for closure to be on 1/7/25 from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets, Greg Miller,
Aye.
Jim Skinner.
Okay, they have approval then to have that.
Okay, I will let them know that. Appreciate that. And again, it'll be something that I will check on and send updates like I did last time, group text, so we all know
Thank you.
that we're on the same page. Last thing for me, if you guys remember Josh Garber that come with me to the last Board of Works meeting, he was the one that was requesting the box trailer sitting on Washington Street next to the iron block. For a couple weeks, he wanted to block a couple spots to put the elevator equipment in that trailer because it can't be stored outside. Their delivery of that equipment got delayed, and they are wanting to January 16th instead of December 16th. They're requesting permission to basically move that a month or 30 days from December to January. They had a delay in the delivery of their elevator equipment, and so they're requesting that we move that date from December to January. And it's still a couple weeks.
Do they have a time period then? Just,
A couple weeks, just like it was last time.
okay.
Couple spots along the north side of the iron block there along Washington Street.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we allow the permit change from Iron Block to extend their date on their storage trailer to January 16th to 2025.
I'll second the motion.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets,
Aye.
Greg Miller,
Aye.
Jim Skinner.
Okay,
And to end on some really good news, we issued a final certificate of occupancy today for Popeyes. They are actually there tonight with employees and families, cooking, testing equipment, and they have moved everything in. And if it goes as they predict, as they believe it will, they will open to the public in the morning at 10 a.m. So they are ready to go.
I have a question for you before you get away. Is there any updates or any improvement on the other construction site on the opposite side of the?
I actually, I met with Jason Edwards, who is the project manager for Envoy. I went over last week one day, trying to think of what day it was now. They're all running together with the holidays.
no,
But anyway, I got to go over and meet with him. I got to tour the annex from the 3rd floor all the way down through the basement. They were coming tonight. I backed them off because they got the propane tank moved. They've cleaned things up. They've kind of helped us out a little bit. I've seen the documentation from the original agreement that was between the city and them. And the original agreement is they are blocking just exactly what was approved to start with. But then it got transferred from us to the county. So, because we no longer have jurisdiction over the inspections or anything, but they have included me now in all their updates going forward. As of my meeting with them last week, they are expecting to have Washington Street side, which is the south or the front of the building, and the complete west side street, sidewalks, free of debris, and open February 1st. He said that is weather permitting. You know, he said maybe realistically, depending on weather, the middle of February, but the goal for the moment is to have Main Street and Washington Street back to full use February 1st.
And that, I mean, it seems like that it has cleaned up somewhat. I guess my concern is when they have that fence open and they're moving that equipment, a lot of times they'll pull out into traffic along Washington Street there with no, we're requiring the Farmers Bank to have people out there to administer correct traffic direction. They don't have anyone that's letting traffic know when a piece of equipment pulls out into either side of that street. Is that something we can check on?
I can definitely address that with Jason. Him and I have talked a couple times, actually, since my tour of that building last week. We've spoken on the phone a couple times, and I can address that. He did explain why, and after you go in and you look at the building and you think, man, that's a lot of room that they're taking, especially on the west side of the building, and it is a lot of room. But I just happened to be there one of the days that they were bringing in 16-foot sheets of drywall. You take those off of the truck and you put them up there on a lift, that is a lot of space because you're taking a semi with a tractor trailer flatbed, pulling that off with a lift, carting them up, and that's why the windows are still not all completely. That's why it's still not completely enclosed, because they're still moving stuff in and out. The third floor is almost ready for finishing. The second floor is completely drywalled and really coming together. The first floor, it's like they're starting at the top and trying to work their way down on completion so they can complete it. But yeah, I can address that with him if you would like me to. I can see if we can maybe get some, at least when they're backing equipment and semis and different things in and out of those fenced areas, we can do some traffic control.
Yeah, I know particularly when they have the lifts, like with the brick and stuff on the front, a lot of times those pieces of equipment, when they're delivering sand or stone, they have those out into the street, and there's really no way that traffic knows, that they're coming out. So even if someone was put out there to address that, to let them know when it's clear to pull out through there or traffic to go around would be, I think that'd be a big plus for that.
I can do that. I can address that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, Dawn, what do you have for us this evening?
Good evening, everybody. December the 18th, RISI 7 edition came before the Plan Commission for their secondary approval, and it was passed. And since that time, we needed to bring now before you, the Board of Works, for the Board of Works to accept the public improvements and the dedication of the Rissy 7 subdivision. All the utilities are in place per lot. The street is now completed from curb to curb, measures 32 feet from curb to curb. The sidewalks are not in and will not be in until the houses get built, so it's the responsibility of the home builder to put the sidewalks in. They can't get a occupancy permit until the sidewalks are in. The only thing missing is the street lights, and that's only because when we put the street in, it got cold and snowy, and they couldn't get the gravel or dirt leveled off to put the lights back in. But they're closing in on getting that completed, so the street lights should be completed soon. The biggest difference between the Meadowbrook subdivision and this one is that Meadowbrook subdivision had a maintenance bond or a guarantee. This one does not, because when the subdivision got started, it wasn't required of them when the subdivision got started. And so the Plan Commission waived their responsibility of bonding for 3 years their utilities. Feel very good that the utilities are in place and are in great shape. And the reason why I say that is through the inspection process, when they found out that some of the storm sewers had some issues, they came back in and refixed those storm sewers so that they would drain properly to the holding pond on the north end of the subdivision. So we're here today asking you to accept the subdivision. As far as the development of the street, it was put in, maybe not to the same tune as Meadowbrook. We had conversations with our street superintendent, Jason Forsythe, to make sure that when it got put in properly to the best of the abilities. They didn't do the slurry process, but they did the gravel process. And I believe that Jason was maybe not totally pleased with it, but was okay with how the process was. This is a back subdivision street. Shouldn't have a lot of traffic on it other than people living in the addition. And so the street has been put in per the secondary requirement of the UDO, not as in the original. And hopefully in January, we'll be coming before the Plan Commission and the council in February to address the street and how they get repaired or how they get put in, and several pieces that are missing in our UDO for those purposes. But everything is in place, everything is completed, and they're ready to have somebody come in and start building once the Board of Works accepts this addition.
Is there any particular way we should?
We just need to have a motion to accept the secondary plat, and a motion to approve the secondary plat, and then a vote on that, and then that would be what the Board of Works needs to do. It's already been approved by the Plan Commission, so now it just needs approval by you all, and then they can start building houses. It will get recorded after it's approved, and then that will allow them to start building on those lots.
And you'll need to sign the forms that I have this evening.
So that it can be recorded.
I'll make a motion that we approve the secondary plat of the Rissy addition out there that they've been working on. And so they can go further with whatever else they need to do to put homes out there.
I'll second the motion.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Jim Skinner.
Aye.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you. It's been a very long period of time. I've been
Long
here
time, but
5 years, and to be where we are right now, we're pretty excited. It's 13 additional lots that we'll have to be building upon. I think these gentlemen have a meeting with a builder already coming up this week, so we're off and running once we get it recorded.
So we're looking at 13 homes.
13 more homes.
Which is something that's very much needed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, Attorney Alicia, do you have anything? You don't have anything for us? Joel, do you have anything? How about a report on the lights? Do you have anything on that? Okay.
So our lights have been well attended this year. We've given out over 25,000 candy canes. We're running low, but I think we actually ordered enough to keep us good through this weekend. We did have a snafu with our dates of when we were shutting them off. Some say the 2nd, some say the 3rd, so we're just going to keep them on until the 3rd and then turn them off on the 4th, just so that we avoid all that. So our donations have been down a little bit this year. We've crossed over the 30,000 mark, which is still good, but not as good as last year. But we also are a week shorter this year than we were last year, due to the way Thanksgiving fell. So other than that, it's been well attended. The rain has hindered us a few days. Kicks a lot of lights off when it rains, so we're constantly out there trying to flip them back on. And then we did have the wind that came through over the weekend. It did blow the brand new display down at the very entrance of the park yesterday. So that's gonna have to be repaired, but we took it down for now, and we'll assess the damage and see what we can do to get it
Or we get
fixed.
the damage on the Poinsett?
Yeah, it is. It's the same
Must
location.
be a low wind tunnel there.
So other than that, everything's going great, and we're just
Good.
glad that it's coming to an end, but also sad to see it go. So
So I'm assuming that you're going to do the same thing with Prairie Creek Park and any other lights that
Yes.
we have. You'll-
yep, we'll shut them off on Saturday. Yep.
Okay.
And
Sounds good.
I want to add that we did add Venmo as a method of paying at the park this year, and it started off slowly, but it's
It's picked up a little bit.
picked
since
up.
then.
Yep. I think when word gets out,
Next year, we're gonna make a bigger sign too, so that it's more visible to the people that don't carry cash, because we do get people that come through and we're like, sorry, we don't have any cash on us, and we do have a printed off sign. We're like, here, you can scan this, but so we're hoping to get a bigger sign next year, so that way they can scan it from their cars.
Well, thank you to you and your staff for all that you've done. Those
Thank you.
display's been great, so thank you.
They really enjoy doing it, and well, I should say they really enjoy doing it. But no, the biggest thing for us, and if you ever listen to the Wilo production that they put on the music box, they interview all the employees. So there's a little snippet from every employee, and 90% of them are. We just like to see the smile on people's faces as they drive through. I mean, that's what makes it worth it for us. So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay, unfinished business. Does anybody have anything? New business. Carol.
so you have before you the list of encumbrances, proposed encumbrances for 2025 out of the 24 budget. There are 30. 4 of those are actually forwards from this year that didn't get spent. So we're going to carry them in to next year. So there's 26 new encumbrances. If there's any questions, I'll be happy to address that. I did notice one mistake on the very first one. That should be QPH, not QVH. That's our heating and cooling company that we've been working with.
Well, like I told you earlier, I'm guessing that you have put the pencil down and sharpened it and make sure that these are all exactly correct before they got to us. And so
Yes.
I'll make a motion that these 2025 encumbrances be granted to our department heads for what they need to purchase.
I'll second the motion.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets,
Aye.
Greg Miller,
Aye.
Jim Skinner.
Okay, those are,
Thank you very much. I'm sure you'll have some department heads that are pretty pleased too.
are you happy? You didn't have any?
Well, I'm happy, so thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I think we're going to be excited once we see what these encumbrances are for. I mean, the playground equipment, I'm excited about that, the new sidewalk around the petting zoo. I mean, there's some things that we just couldn't get done yet this year, but we're encumbering that money. Ratify APC petition. Yes, please.
So for the fire station project, there are some petitions that have to go before the area plan commission because the fire station is going to be out in the county until it's annexed in. That has to go in front of the APC rather than the city plan commission. So there are there are three different petitions that we have, and those needed to go based on their timeline, those needed to go before the area plan commission and get submitted before this meeting. So we're just ratifying these petitions. The first one is for the 28 overlay district. The second one is variance to the zoning ordinance. And then there's another one that, or additional description for the zoning ordinance. So those are the petitions that we have. So we just need to ratify these so that they can get approved by the APC so that they can continue on with construction plans for the fire station.
We just approve all three of those, okay?
Yeah, if you want to just do all of them at once, that's fine.
Great. I'll make a motion that we ratify the APC petitions, one for the 28 overlay, one for a variance in zoning, and one for additional variance. Is that correct?
I think there's actually only two. I think the third page is just additional information for the first variance. So there should just be one variance in the 28 overlay.
Great. As presented by the city attorney this evening.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Sheets.
Aye.
Greg Miller.
Aye.
Jim Skinner.
Okay, and those are already signed, so you don't need anything else.
No, those will go in front of the APC. And I believe that Envoy is taking care of that piece of it, and they're going to appear in front of the area plan and get those variances and everything taken care of.
Okay, thank you. Does anybody have anything else?
I have one thing.
Oh, yes.
For Parks Department. Joel, I forgot to ask earlier, could you look at, I've had some individuals ask about the ability to use the park during all seasons around some of the playground equipment, like swings and that type of thing. It's so muddy around that. Could you look at how we could maybe improve that to where those areas could be used year-round? And I thought, well, maybe some of those, of the programs that you went to this summer, I'm sure other people have the same issues with that. But I looked at someone the other day, and they had their kids in the swing, and if the kids got off the swings, they were in the water and the mud, and the parents had to be pretty far away. So, and when I talked to them, they said that would be a big help to that. So, if you could look at that and okay, appreciate it. Okay, thanks.
Anything else?
Mayor, as we come at the end of 2024, I would like to recognize our great department heads, the leadership they provide year in and year out, and the men and women that work for each department, how they make this city shine. And that goes from some of the leadership we have in place right now, including you and everybody involved. And Frankfurt's a great place to be right now. And, you know, we're moving forward in the right direction, and everyone needs to be recognized for the job they're doing.
I agree 100%. All this wouldn't be possible without all of our department heads and our employees. We have a lot
Correct.
of dedicated employees. And one thing that I can say is I honestly feel that our employees love where they work and who they work for. And I feel very blessed to have all of them here
Absolutely.
working for the city of Frankfurt. So, and they will see their raise on the next paycheck, which I'm so excited about. I thought we're very fortunate. Okay, does anybody have anything else? Okay, I'll take the motion.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Don, before you get away.
Oh,